Right now, today I'm going to focus on this paper. Let's read the question, and you can try the questions also, right? You can have your notes, you can have any materials or whatever it is, right? It's okay, right? It's like open book activity like that, right? So you can use any materials, right? Okay. Now up there, he's a king on a throne, but at home you should hear him moan, right? Right now, before answering this question, I think you must aware about the basic, information related to this poem. Right now, up there, he is a king on a throne. Right now, when you read the poem, you should uh, get the idea from where this poem appears like that, right? I think it's very easy for you. You can remember where you got this poem, right? Now, when I read the poem, The Clown's Wife, that I get this two lines put there, right? Now, here, up there, he's a king on a throne, right? Now, when I read the poem about my husband, the clown, what could I say, right? That's the starting line of the poem, right? So, starting from a rhetorical question, right? On stage, he's a different person. Up there, he's a king on a throne. But at home, you should hear him moan. The moment he walks through that door, without that red nose and them funny clothes, he seems to have the world on his shoulder. I do me best to cheer him up. Poor soul, I juggle with eggs now. The lady is doing lot of activities to make the husband happy, that the clone happy, right? I turn cartwheels, I tell jokes, I do me latest card tricks. You can see they are, uneducatedness because of the language mistakes, right? Because now normally I say I do my best, right? But in the poem it says I do me best, right? Now I do me latest card tricks. The correct way should be I do my latest card tricks, right? So there are certain mistakes in the poem. So therefore, you can see ungrammatical sentences. So these ungrammatical sentences usually imply uneducatedness, like that, right? I even have a borrow of his red nose, right? He but he doesn't say exactly how he feels, doesn't say what is bothering him inside, just sits there saying almost to himself, oh life, life, what would I do without this clone of a wife, right? Right now, when I'm answering this question, so I can easily find the answers, right? So I'm going to write the answers for this question child, right now. First one is very easy, that's about the uh, clone's wife, right? So we can write down it's clone's wife, right? Clone's wife by Johnson Agard, right? That's the answer, Johnson Agard. The second one, uh, that's about second one, right now, that's about who speaks these words, right? So now, uh, when I read the poem, up there he's a king on a throne, right? So obviously, we can guess these words are uttered by the clone's wife, right? The clone's wife, right? We can say that's the clone's wife, right? Then that one child who is referred to as he in the above lines, right? Now, who is referred to as he in the above line. Now, obviously, up there, he is a king, right? So you can imagine this he as the clone, right? Pute, we can write down that's about the clone, right? So it's the clone, right? And the fourth one, Pute, what poetic technique is used here by the poet? Now, so we have to write the poetic technique, right? So now here, up there, he's a king on a throne, right? But at home, you should hear him moan, right? So now, when it comes to poetic technique, obviously, we can think now from these two lines, right? Throne, the word throne, it has an imaginary comparison right now. The word throne, that's imaginary comparison. So normally, you can think about power. The word power implies from this word. So it's a kind of a metaphor we can write down, right? It's a kind of a imaginary comparison. Always remember, child, metaphor is an imaginary comparison, right? So we have to, I mean, understand the comparison from that idea, right? So that's about, it's a kind of a metaphor like that we can write down, Pute, right? So it implies about the power, right? We can write down child's about the power and elegance, right? Read these words and I mean get an idea about these words. Elegance, uh, elegance as a clone, right? So that's we can say, right? As a clone, right? So that's about metaphor like that, right? Right now, so we can write the answers style like this, right? Yes, right. Then child, now this waiting, it's taking forever, right? Any second now, from which poem are these lines taken? Who wrote the poem, right? So now, when it come to this line, Pute, right, that this waiting, it's taking forever, any second now, like that. Now, when I'm reading this line, we can say this way, right? Now, it's about obviously the terrorist is watching by Wisława Szymborska, right? So we can remember this background information, right? Right now, child. So now here, uh, we can see the poem The Terrorist is Watching, right? The bomb in the bar will explode at 13:20, right? Now it's just 13:16, right? There is time for some to go in and some to come out, right? The terrorist has already crossed the street, right? That distance keeps him out of danger. And what a view, just like the movies, right? A woman in yellow jacket, she's going in. A man in dark glasses is coming out, right? Teenagers in jeans, they are talking. 13, 17, and 40 seconds. The short one, he's lucky, he's getting on a scooter. But the one he's going in, 13, 17, and 40 seconds. That girl, he's walking along with a green ribbon in her hair. But then a bus suddenly pulls in front of her. 13, 18, the girl is gone. Was she that dumb? Did she go in or out? He'll see when they carry them out. 13, 19. Somehow no one is going in. Another guy, Pat Bald, is leaving though. Wait a second, looks like she's looking for something in his pockets at 13, 20 minus 10 seconds. But he goes back in for crummy gloves. 13, 20 exactly. This waiting, it's taking forever. And any second now, no, not yet. Yes, now the bomb, it explodes, right? Right now we are going to answer this question, child, right? So we are going to answer this question, right? Right, right, right. Now we can write the answers, child. Right, the first one, we can write down the terrorist The terrorist, comma, is watching. The terrorist is watching by Wisława Szymborska Szymborska. Right now, what is this waiting, right? So you can write down Pute now. He's waiting to see the explosion of the bomb Pute, right? So we can write down for the bomb to explode, right? For the bomb to explode. Or you can say blast, right? Blast, right? Right now, Pute now next one. Who is waiting like this, right? So that is the terrorist, right? So we can write down terrorist, right? The terrorist is waiting like this, right? And what are the feelings of the speaker, right? Now, when someone is in trouble, I mean, we have a kind of a humanity, right? We have some kind of a humanity, right? Because usually we have the sympathy there, right? We have the sympathy for the innocent victims, right? For the innocent victims, right? So we have the sympathy for the innocent victims, right? Innocent victims and child, we can say anger against, right? So you can say anger against the person who sets the bomb, right? Who, the person who sets the bomb like that, right? So we can right. Yes, we can write answers like that, Pute, right? So we'll try some more questions also, Pute, right?